insane. For water for 270 euros. I think I only paid about £80 for mine. And I had a radio. How cool! Game Boys. Basically gave mine away. I think I sold it for a tenner. Good morning. So today's Saturday and my sister's come to visit for the weekend with her boyfriend. And we're going to go to the Frühlingsfest, which is like a mini Oktoberfest they have for 2 weeks each year. It started yesterday and it's taken up a very small part of the area where the Oktoberfest is. And today, on the first Saturday, there's a giant flea market. It's an aid of the Red Cross and it's the largest flea market in Europe. It's humongous. So we're going to head there and see if we can pick up any bargains. I've picked up some great stuff over the years. There's some traders, but it's mostly people just selling their own stuff, proper flea market stuff. And the weather's not looking great. It's been raining, but hopefully the rain will hold out and we can have a good time. And maybe even the kids can go on a couple of rides. Maybe we'll have a little drink among the tents because it's like a mini Oktoberfest as well. So I'll record some stuff while I'm there. And let's hope we have a great time. Can't wait to go. Back to leave. Got to make the bed, get ready, and then we're going. So here we are at the entrance. This is also where the Oktoberfest entrance always is. It's in the same location but takes up a much smaller space. In fact, this time it was actually much larger than in previous years. Now here you can see the bollards they've had to put in place after all the recent attacks, which is sad, but at least they have a way around it. So all bags were searched as we got there, and these can quickly be moved to stop any cars driving in. This here is the giant wheel that you also have at Oktoberfest. A lot of the stores are the same. It's actually the first of its kind of the year in Munich, one of these fairs, and it's called the mini Oktoberfest because it's just a smaller version. Here's a nice Harry Kane t-shirt, and here's some rides, and it wasn't that busy because the weather wasn't so great, but it's also really not as busy as the Oktoberfest because not that many tourists come to it. So here all the traditional hearts, made from gingerbread, and you have loads of other food stalls. These are really popular here. They're fruit covered in chocolate. You can get strawberries, bananas, apples, so many different fruits, and they're actually really good. And here we go, scary. My kids had to look away, it was too scary for them. Again, I think this exact one is also at the Oktoberfest. So if you've missed Oktoberfest, you can always come back and repeat things here. There you go, a giant slide. Brilliant. There's nice Bavarian music in the background. And here we finally made it to the flea market. We had to walk through the Frühlingsfest to get to it, and it was huge. Not as big as it has been in previous years, but it's still over 80,000 square meters, which makes it the largest one in Bavaria. There's another one near the old airport, which is 75,000 square meters, which is quite regular. This used to be the largest in Europe, but I suppose there have been many that have now been added over the years. So it's only the largest in Bavaria now. And it only happens once a year on the first Saturday of the Frühlingsfest. So weather is always quite a risky thing. Some days it's been super hot and sunny, and other years I've just been there in torrential rain, and you can see it's grass and just muddy fields if it rains. But it was great. There were quite a few traders this year, but also you can see all the people who just sell their own stuff. And if you find one item of clothing that fits on one, then you can probably find a lot because it's just someone selling their own clothes. But it's just good fun to walk around. People have to haggle. Loads of also housewares. Again, you can tell these are more trade, but they're really some good things. They were contemplating buying these little chairs, but didn't. No chairs bought. You can buy anything. Furniture, cupboards, accessories, jewellery, coins, little doll things. My kids really wanted these.
That's Night of Ren.
Especially the gold one, the Iron Man one. My little boy went a bit mad about that.
This is Marvel Studios.
But we didn't. I managed to hold off. These were cool. Just loads of Pokemon cards, and they were great. So many people selling loads of tiny things. This is insane. For water for 270 euros. I think I only paid about £80 for mine. And I had a radio. How cool! Game Boys. Basically gave mine away. I think I sold it for a tenner. Wow. Stuff. Some of it really retro. These key rings, wow. Ginormous coffee table. Chairs. Chairs are cool. Chess set table. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
It's a bit boring.
Have a permanent chess set set up.
It's a bit boring.
Oh, now you'll be boring.
Are you serious? You're even more boring.
Okay, well, she has a point. I am quite boring. This goat was actually real, a real mountain goat, stuffed, ready to hang on a wall for anyone who wants to buy it. And here were some really weird chairs, some quite ugly ones. These blue ones are quite nice, but yeah, it wasn't going to happen. My little boy decided it was time for us to sit down and leave, so leave we did after this. We headed off and had a coffee via the Frühlingsfest again, of course. This was my little boy climbing on the little monkey bar thing. He wanted me to include this in the video. It was actually quite easy for him. He did something much more elaborate in Italy last year, but it was fun. And this is right at the entrance or exit, and it's memorial to the bombing that happened on the 26th of September 1980. We were actually living here at the time and were potentially going to come that day, so we were very lucky. A lot of people died, and this memorial is for everyone who died, like one for each person. They didn't catch the person, but I think he actually got blown up along with the bomb because it went off prematurely. That was it. Thanks for watching and cheerio!